All right, so starting talking about how to search for apps on your iPad. Now, to search for apps on your iPad, what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger and you're going to pull down from the top of the screen. This will open up what's called Spotlight Search. Spotlight Search will allow you to type in an app name and it searches for it on your iPad. So if you can't find something, it's a great, easy way to do that. The next thing is notifications. Notifications is a menu that you can get from swiping down with your finger from the top of the screen. And this is basically all your notifications. It tells you what the weather is, what day it is, your calendar. You can get social media notifications. It's all those things through that center. And you can really customize the notification center from the settings on your iPad. The next thing is Control Center. And Control Center gives you easy access to your most important settings. And really, when you talk about Control Center, the way to get there is to swipe up from the bottom of your iPad. And really, there's two really important settings. And I'm circling both of them. The top circle is circled around the Wi-Fi button. You hit that button, your Wi-Fi's on. You hit that button again, your Wi-Fi's off. The bottom circle is circled around what is the AirDrop button right now, but if there's a device that has AirPlay near, it'll also show up. The AirPlay button will also show up in that little section. And AirPlay is going to allow you, and we'll talk about this in the next slide, to display your iPad wirelessly to your computer. So in the end, if your computer's plugged into your projector, you're also displaying your iPad wirelessly into the projector. And the way that works is through AirPlay. Now, the original intent of Apple AirPlay was to stream iPads to Apple TVs. But some companies have figured out that if there's some software on a computer, there's a use for that on a computer. And so AirServer and Reflector have figured that out. And so to do that, you need a piece of software on your computer called AirServer, and then it becomes pretty easy. It's something to ask your school tech about. You may or may not have licenses for it yet. Now, the next thing to talk about is the settings. And generally, there are a lot of settings you can change on an iPad. Really, there's two real big ones to start with. The first is up here, and that's your Wi-Fi setting. You want to be on the FCS faculty Wi-Fi. And to do that, you click on that. You click on FCS faculty Wi-Fi. It'll ask for a username and password. It's the same as your regular network email password. The other one to know is email. And this is how you would set up your email and your calendars on your iPad. Now, the other thing we need to talk about is apps. And really, when you start with apps on an iPad, you want to start with the main Apple ones. And really, you can get a lot done in a classroom with these. The first one up here is Safari. That's Apple's web browser on the iPad. Keynote is Apple's version of PowerPoint. Pages is Apple's version of Word. Numbers is Apple's version of Excel. And then to edit movies, you have iMovie, and to edit audio, you have GarageBand. They're all really good apps that you can do a lot with in a classroom. Now, transferring stuff between a student iPad and the teacher. For now, the best bet is to transfer items between a teacher and student using Edmodo. You guys are in Edmodo school, so that's the best bet right now. And we can give you some directions for that later. What you'll be getting is everybody will be getting Microsoft OneDrive to do it, in which will give you all the Microsoft apps, but you'll also be able to transfer stuff between teacher and students using OneDrive.